You clicked on this video because you're not getting better at basketball. I already know you. If you're clicking on a JQ video, if you're in this side of YouTube, that means that you are a basketball player, you're somebody who works out, you're someone who trains, but you're still not getting better. There are three main reasons for that, and I want to get into them today. After this video, you should be able to have at least actionable steps that you can take to get better. This is not no one where I'm going to give you a couple drills that are going to get you better. It's like, no, that's not how it works. It's all about your mind. It's reframing your mind and finding different ways that you can kind of train your mind to become a better and more confident basketball player. Because most of this comes down to confidence. For those of you who don't know me, I'm JQ. I'm a professional basketball trainer. I have a facility in South Florida, over 1 million followers across all platforms, and I'm here to help you guys continue to improve your game. Feel stuck right now, this is the video for you. So the first reason why you're not getting better at basketball is because you're not getting enough game experience. I can't overstate this enough, even for me as a trainer. I need my players playing in games and getting game experience as much as possible. We train for the game. So if you're getting better at basketball in practice, you're becoming a better practice player, a better what I like to call workout player. You're turning yourself into a drill guy where you're supposed to have these drills transfer over to games. So for me in my workouts, in my gym, I do a ton of live work so that way players can get that experience. But still, one-on-one stuff, one-on-two stuff, three-on-three stuff, it's not 5-on-5 as much. So you need to be getting more and more experience in. Now you're like, oh, JQ, but I play games every weekend. Well, you need to get more experience in. And not only just experience with your team, maybe getting extra experience in. Playing with different levels of teams, that can help you affect your confidence a little bit. Playing in different environments, maybe playing with grown men sometimes, grown women. The experience is crucial. Think about it like this. If you're a basketball player and you start off playing at 10 years old, start learning how to break presses, do those sorts of things, you're learning how to make decisions on the fly in the game. These sorts of things are high pressure. Basketball is a high pressure sport. It's fast paced. So if you start doing that at a young age, you're going to get better and better and better at it by throwing yourself into the fire. While if you're 13 and you start playing, think about that 10-year-old who had 3 more years. If you play 50 games a year, 100 games a year, I don't know how many you play. If he played 50 games a year, that's however many decisions you make in a game times 50. So if you make 1,000 decisions, 5,000, I don't know how many decisions you make in a basketball game, but 5,000 decisions. If you make that many decisions for 50 games, you're already thousands to millions of decisions ahead of the kid who started at 13. So that's not to discourage you if you started playing late, but if you don't have that experience, you're not going to be good at making decisions. And all of basketball is making decisions. Making decisions whether I'm a drive or shoot. All the skill stuff is great, and I'm sure you guys, most of you guys have that handled. If you're on this video, that means that you're already getting your skills right. You're already a drill guy. Now it's taking those skills to the next level by playing in games. And you need to get that experience so you can have that backlog of decision making, that backlog of feel. Basketball is a feel sport. You got to have a feel for the game. Some players, you know how they talk about how they have a feel for it? The feel, usually, some people may be natural, but for the most part, it's from doing it so much from a young age, decision making, decision making, decision making. So as a basketball player, you have to build on that, and you don't have enough experience, you're not gonna be able to get better. So if you're a guy who loves working out by themselves, great, but you're not gonna get better that way. You're not gonna have enough experience, you're not gonna see yourself transfer over those skills to a game if you're just practicing by yourself all the time. Now the second thing is no mentorship. I see so many players out there who, again, it doesn't even have to be a trainer, but who don't have the right people in their life. If you think about anybody who became successful in almost anything, there are some people who are outliers, who didn't have a mentor or weren't in an environment where there were people who are helping them get up. But for the most part, if you're gonna make it to be, a great business person, if you're gonna make it to be a great whatever you wanna do, doctor, you're gonna have to be around people who have done that, and that way you're gonna start to see the logical steps and progression that it takes. Maybe even the intensity for how workouts go, whatever. If you are around high-level people, high-level trainers, high-level coaches, you're gonna start to get better. Like if you started off, you didn't even know how to play basketball, but you're 3 years old, you're dribbling around, but your older brother was on a high school team and he took you to practice and stuff like that. Just you being in that environment, talking to people, learning, you're just gonna start to pick up on things a lot more. So if you aren't in that situation where you don't have a mentor, you need to go get one. You need to go find somebody who's better than you, probably older than you, find a coach, find a trainer, find somebody who can lead you on this path, because without that, it's gonna be something that's missing in everything. For me in business, I'm not a business person. I don't know anything about business. When I moved down to Florida to be a basketball trainer, I mean, it wasn't even to be a basketball trainer. I was just gonna be a teacher, train a little bit on the side, whatever. But then when I met a mentor, they ended up teaching me about business, teaching me this could be something that you can do full time. And now I've been a full-time trainer for over 2 years. So it's something that you have to be able to have somebody there to keep you accountable and to kind of show you the ropes, show you the way. Because if you don't have that, it's gonna be hard to get motivation from yourself all the time. And if you don't have anybody who's a mentor, you need to get into content, you need to get into other people's stuff, because YouTube knows a lot, social media knows a lot. So getting into that where you're getting good information from good sources is where you're really gonna see yourself continue to stack and grow as a basketball player and improve. Lastly is raising the stakes and moving the needle every single day. Again, some players get complacent. They get into modes where, you know, they're starting to care about other things, think about other things, and balance is a big thing. Basketball is not everything in life, but if you're not moving the needle every single day in some way, getting your body better, whether that's making your shot better, whether that's getting your handle better, working on your pace, working on whatever it is. If you're not playing in games every day, like I said, experience, like if you're not getting enough experience in, if you're not doing something every day to move the needle forward, you're basically taking steps back. Now, that might be a whole rest day. You might take a whole rest day. That might move the needle for you if you rest up. I'm not saying you gotta be grinding 24/7, that's not it. What I'm trying to say is you have to be constantly in that mode of constant improvement. You have to always find a way to move the needle every single day. There's so many players who get lazy with it, let things slip a little bit, and it's like you have to, you know, recollect, recommit yourself, because if you're not getting better, someone else is. And looking at how hard it is to make it to college basketball, which is where most of my viewers probably want to go, basketball in college is harder and harder to play with the transfer portal, and it's getting harder and harder and harder for players to be able to make it out of high school. So for you, you have to be locked in. You have to be dedicated to be able to make it to the next level. And this is me the next day editing this video. I wanted to add one more point in. When it comes to moving the needle every day, yes, you want to be focused, you want to be dedicated. Have balance. Have some balance with your life. Have some fun. Detach yourself. This is a game. Make yourself miserable through the game of basketball. There was times in my career where I was miserable because I wasn't playing well, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, I wasn't starting. I'd put these like expectations on myself and expectations for what I should be doing, when in reality, I gotta give myself room to improve, room to get better, room to make mistakes, because if you don't have that, then you're not gonna make it. If you guys liked that video, if you took something away from it, I hope you can, you know, find a mentor, you know what I'm saying? If you can find other places to play, get more game experience, get more decision making in. These things are crucial to your development. Again, a lot of you guys have all the skills, you guys have all the tools, you have everything, but you haven't unlocked these 3 things. And these are 3 things that I think going into your off season, going into later in your career, is gonna help you a ton. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys need help becoming a better point guard, make sure you check out my point guard program. I have it, first link in the description. I also have a free footwork guide. So make sure you guys check it out. It's absolutely free. It'll help you guys improve your footworks, learning the different ways that you can move your feet to be able to get past defenders, create space. So make sure you guys go check those out, and we'll see you guys in the next video.